My name is John. I'm going to read.
Humanity, listen to the Parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot. Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the Parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV.
Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely finish you. Hello, welcome to World Inkers Network. I'm Dustin Pickering, your noble and honest host. Today we have John Chinaka Onyeche. Remember, AGC is an author of 3 poetry collections, including Echoes Across the Atlantic. He's also a husband, father, and poet from Nigeria. He writes from the city of Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. He is currently a student of history and diplomatic studies at Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Thanks for joining us on the program today, John. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. I so much get this opportunity tonight. I so much love it. Thank you so much.
You've been kind of slippery on us. We've had trouble catching you on the show. We've had you a couple of times and we've missed you, but it's good to have you on today. So tell us a little bit about your book, Echoes Across the Atlantic. What are some of the themes you work around, and why did you choose those themes?
Yeah, well, I joined. I've been writing for a very long time, but then during the COVID-19 pandemic, I started thinking of advancing my writing, and finally I started writing poetry. Started submitting the poetry collections to journals, and all of a sudden I got acceptance from so many publishers, and I said, okay, this is a good one for me. Then I started sending them out at the same time, getting acceptance, and finally I think of Africa. What should I give to people out there? So after I put up together the collection, I sent it out to my friends for them to review for me. For them to because I had a name that I wanted to call it. I wanted to title it before now, something like a good day for tomorrow's coming. But when my friends go through the manuscript, they made a suggestion that I should change the name, which I accepted. And they suggested Echoes Across the Atlantic, which I finally gave the title. So the works inside this collection now, during the 2020-2021, there was so much death around me, so many ups and downs like that. So I decided to, pour out my heart because of grief, heartbroken, lockdowns, and African continent, what is really happening here. So I decided to pour it down through the lines of these poetry collections. So if you read these poetries here, as in the poems here, you will come to know that so many of us here in Nigeria, in Africa, we Most of us are talented, but trying to find our foot in what is happening, it takes us time. You can imagine, after writing these poetry collections, I started sending them out. But when I send them out to Nigeria publishers and magazines, they don't even accept them. Okay, they were like, these things are not good. This is not good. But when I send it to US to a friend, somebody I met on Facebook, my son, when I sent these collections to him, he loved it and said he's going to publish it for me. That was how this book came to be. So I felt fulfilled, and because I remember that I have once told myself that before I will graduate in school, I supposed to have putting up something like this on paper, and Mike helped me for that dream to come to fulfillment. So I owe him a lot. Wherever this book is going to be read, I want Mike to be acknowledged that he helped me to get this published. So I so much love that. It's one of my dreams, and he helped me to make it to fulfill.
Wonderful.
Now, so from the
news publishers, when you're looking for journals and places to submit, is there a process you go through to find journals that you think will be suitable for your poetry?
Yeah, what I was doing was I used the Google to search poetry submissions that are open. Sometimes too I use Twitter, because those people using Twitter, I find them to be more read than those on Google. Okay, so most of the time I used Twitter to open submissions, and it serves me good. It serves me good because everything there was read. So I started sending out, and I have so many publications online. Like most of the ones I have inside here, I have them published online, as in on journals, magazines, and websites. So it was encouraging. As a writer, when your work is being accepted, you feel motivated to write more. Sometimes too, I feel maybe one of the ones you think that this one they will accept it, but when it's been turned down, you feel like, oh, should I continue writing or not? But in all, I keep on pushing until I was able to get this done. I mean, this is my starting point. So sometimes I remember what the Bible said. The Bible said, "Never you despise the days of your little beginning." I think this is where I started from. So as I progress in this course, I know that surely more better things are coming tomorrow. I believe that.
Wonderful. So, does your studies in history and diplomatic studies, does that encourage your writing? Do you find places to put your learning into your poetry?
Back here in school, they don't teach you poetry anyway. But I try to bring the stories of the Africans, okay, before the coming of the Europeans, okay, because that is part of our history here. So before the coming of the Europeans, I try to bring in most of my poems, I try to bring the story, to the limelight, because so many persons never knew that, we were a people before we had contact dance. So I try to make my poetry to showcase places where we have existed before the coming of the white. So that is part of my message, portrays that. Another thing is, if you read my poems, they're like telling stories or telling the African tale. So I don't twist too much word on of my writing. So I try to bring the message so that even the layman can understand what I'm trying to put forth. So history as a field of study has helped me a lot for me to be able to know who I am, where I'm coming from, and what the future holds for me, because it is from the history that you can be able to know where you are going from where you are. So history has helped me a lot for me to be able to write.
Hmm. So how is Nigeria doing in the post-colonial era? What is the life like there today?
Okay. By and by, Nigeria is still developing. Okay. Well, African and Nigeria is still developing. So, but after independence, okay, like we coming up, the younger ones, the younger generations, we are coming up to see, like one of my poems, I said, even those who fought for force against the colonial master, I said some people really lost. So you see, Nigeria has not been able to diversify in terms of politics. They are still using the old system of politics to rule the people, and you see under development here and there, we to there's no books for you. You have to you sort for yourself the things for you to read, not for you to better yourself. But say easy to compare other nations of the world. I think Nigeria need to do more of building libraries, bringing books, adopting the look at it now. Before you get something like this in Nigeria is very hard. Okay, the quality of this book, any place I took this book to, they will tell you the quality is exceptional. So it's not like here. And before you get book in Nigeria, it's very hard. Now the naira rate and the naira and the dollar exchange rate is something that you cannot even think of going. And nobody cannot even get himself a book to read. Now, I tried as much as possible to portray to say that Nigeria can better themselves by, developing her states, developing herself, like when it comes to international communities. Nigeria can come out to stand, maybe as we claim to be a giant of Africa. Nigeria can do that because what? We have all in terms of the strength. The youth they are eager to do any job that can bring something good to the table. But it's because of a bad leadership that we are still where we are today. Like today, I was talking with my friend. I told him that I know that we know the truth. Not as if we don't know the truth. We know the truth in Nigeria. We know the truth, and the truth is the elderly ones have decided not to leave the seat of power for the younger generation for them to take over. And you see where the elders are. They are bribing the younger ones for them to forgo the seat of power, and everybody is blaming this, blaming that. But at the age of as a nation now, at our age, at 60 something years, we are supposed to be more better than we are today. But you see, the same people who fought the colonial masters, they are the same people still ruling, and things are getting worse every day. Today you hear killing. The same person will come today, will promise you a good road, quality education. It will come the same maybe next year again. He will see promise the same thing. He's not even doing anything to solve the problem we are facing. Look at in terms of education. This is getting to 4 months now. The school, all the universities has been on strike. Somebody who are supposed to graduate maybe 2-3 years, 3 months ago. They are still in school. They are still there waiting for when this actually will call back the strike and the student will go back and graduate. It's appalling. So when we look at these things, we feel bad in this part of the country. We feel bad, like the youth, we feel bad. But this time, I think we're going to make a change. But no matter what it's going to take, that's why we're saying everybody get your PVC so we can vote whom we want to be there for us, not just them trying to impose the elderly ones over us, which we don't think will happen again, because we've come to know that this doesn't have any future for us.
Right. Does your life as a father and husband also factor into your writing? Do you write about your life as a domestic partner and father?
Yeah, I I'm a father. I'm a husband.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then I try as much as possible to bring my experiences as a father. Like I have a poem here that I wrote for my son. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to see how I can bring his name to be known, because most of us, we were not opportune to embrace literary works, because uh, maybe and our parents were not educated. Understand? In this part of the
Mm-hmm.
country, this is where you see a low numbers of literate people. People better think of becoming traders, farmers in times of education. So bringing my son's name into the books, I think at least if he comes up to an age and see that his father has been able to put up his name somewhere, I know he'll be encouraged to embrace reading, because
Mm-hmm.
I believe it is by reading and knowledge that he can be able to skate through in this part of the world now. As the world is growing, nobody wants to be an illiterate again. So whenever he grows up to see that his father has written something and where his name is being mentioned, I believe he'll be encouraged. And talking about family, actually for now, I don't. My family doesn't stay back here in town with me. They are in the village, so I visit them. I try to relate my stories too with my family as well. So it has not been easy with me anyway, but I keep on pushing. Pushing.
Mm-hmm.
If you read most of my work too, I try to bring my struggle as a youth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I try to bring my struggles into my writing as well.
Right.
Why am I bringing them? Is because why I want to encourage those people. There are some persons who felt like because nobody's there to support them, they decided to choose crime instead of embracing what is good. So I write and express myself and say, see, if you have a vision, if you have anything you are carrying in mind to become, if you diligently seek it, you will get it. Because I believe that if you okay, or you want to be good, you have 101% out there to assist you become good. The
Mm-hmm.
otherwise. So the choice is now left in your hand to make. So meeting you, Dustin, meeting other persons, Mike Zon, and other persons like that, it is as a result of I have resolved within myself that I want to be a good person, and I think I want to learn. So that is why I've been able to meet with you guys. So the universe has conspired to bring you people close to me so that I can be able to, explore what I have within me. So likewise, that person. So that's why most of my breakthrough too, I try to bring that to play so that people doesn't just they don't just come and say, oh, no, 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 nobody's there for us. No, even if there's nobody for you, you can easily better yourself by learning. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I read something some time ago. He said, if you can't be like them, okay. I read uh, one of the book. I read this guy's book, Brian Tracy. He said, if you want to be like them, dress like them. So I started associating myself with writers. So as I read their works, I learn languages, I learn new words, and I write my own as well. We all have
Mm-hmm.
something to tell our world out there. We all have something to share to the world out there, our stories, our tales. So it is by learning that we can be able to share these stories or these tales to the people out there. So nobody should think less of him or herself. We all have something to give out there, but only it takes time and development. Like as all I'm seeing today is just development. Like if you read the other work I sent to you for you to edit for me, if you read the work, you know that there are much more better things than what is inside here now. So
Mm-hmm.
as the day is going, so we are advancing. So that is one thing I believe, guys. There is room for growth as we keep writing. So like if you go back to your archive now, check the where you started from, you know that there is big change this time compared to what you are writing now. And as you are maturing, as maturity is coming into, so you are reasoning, the mental reasoning start changing. So you write more better things than you were writing yesterday. So that is one thing I believe. I believe in progress. I believe in growth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going to take a brief break, but we'll be right back with some of your poetry. And thanks for joining us on the show, John.
Contemplation of a
Thank you so much. I
phoenix
appreciate
in
this.
flight for Annette. On the wings of doves you fly. In freedom you have found an extraordinary voice. Celebration of your journey's path is freedom defined. In the stillness of tranquility, your words returned. A whisper within your heart, at first you denied. Incessant gentle nudges you avoided, until you could no more deny those words, in those impassioned pleas, then you could stop your heart from beating, your lungs from breathing, your pen from bleeding. Every brilliant word crafted sonnets and stanzas, awaited, welcomed, inspiration accepted. Your declaration, drafted in tears while haunted by fears, now an affirmation of strangers everywhere. Celebrate freedom earned, blessings of lessons learned. Like the lotus, your greatest gifts grew greater in the ooze of mud. You are a magnificent phoenix with plumes of every hue, the grandest of dreams now yours to pursue. A vibrant blossom ablaze with fiery gems, your magical words. A beautiful phoenix soaring, tall, strong, proud, no doubt at all. Most magnificent of birds, most beautiful of all.
America Open Market, AO Market, the best digital market for humanity, is a free multilingual borderless market open to international sellers with various languages included. With America Open Market, you may start selling in minutes after filling out the form. Comprehensive dashboard where you understand your sales, orders, and customers is available. You get paid directly, securely, and instantly on the America Open Market. You can sell your house, car, electronic laptop, CD player, boombox, phone, headphones, furniture, and clothing, and anything on AmericaOpenMarket.com where all your sales and customer needs are met. Register as a merchant today. You will not regret becoming a vendor at America Open Market. For further inquiries, contact us at aomarket@gmail.com. AO Market, best digital marketplace for humanity. Welcome back to World Anchors Network. We have John Chinaka Onyeche today with us. So, John, would you like to read us some of your poetry?
Yes, I will. All right. I will start with one of my poems. I titled it "Sea Ponies." And it reads, play me a voiceless music, one from where every tone aligns in sequence and orderliness, whispering from within echoes, songs not found in words of mouth, but from the stillness of the soul, the hidden part of all there is, where the pool of fountains flows, and whispering together peace and triumph symphony, and return also to our paradise. Play me every note and chord from this world into the blaze, for there belongs all heart of man.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Would you like to read another one?
Yeah, I'm reading another one I titled. Now, when I said I write reading for my country as well, so this one I titled it In My Country, We Are Well At. Said in my country, we are well at. We're well over our past sin. The fathers told us it was evil. Once did against their will, and yet day to day they run after their once upon a time evil, and embrace it with arms wide open into obliviousness. As nostalgia for Africa ascends within their hearts of treachery, and everyone becomes a weller. When the dice are not rolling, either in the directions of affairs, they wail and blame their fathers, who died seeking a home with the voice that they failed to see within. Now, let me try to explain this poem. You know, sometimes we cry on the development. On the development we are crying for, then how far and how well have we been able to manage our resources in order for us to develop ourselves as an African, as a Nigeria? You know, sometimes the leaders will be saying Africa because of maybe the slave trade, because of slave trade, because of our youth, our strength we are taken away from us, and because of that, that is why we are underdeveloped. But after 60 years, you are still crying on the development. Why didn't you use your resources or the things you have to develop yourself? And another thing is whenever the thing is not going to their own side, you see everybody start crying. But whenever it's going on their own side, everybody is happy. Everyone to rejoice. So that was the reason behind this title. So in my country, we are well at. We well over things when it is not going on our own side. But whenever it's going on our side, we say it is good. It is good.
Would you like to read a third poem?
Yes. Okay. During the COVID-19, after COVID-19, the president passed a bill that they wanted to change the name of Nigeria. They wanted to change the name of Nigeria to answer a new name. So that particular incident triggered so many writers started writing about it. At the same time, I wrote about, I started the poem, An Old Man Seek the Brand. An old man seek the brand. At the age of 66, he has realized that name has effect on him. Bearer at will, Nigeria was his name. Glorified within with hard stones. Corruption in symbols, body, inscribed within. Waving flag. He is a killer of what comes out of him as decay and bronze glass. At the age of 66 years, Nigeria still wants to change their name. What are they changing the name for? They are those slaves or the agitated. What are you changing the name of Nigeria? We've been here for the past 60 years and we are not those who fought against the colonialism. Now, at the age of 66 years, since we want to change the name Nigeria again, something that will be good for anything that is political and I would like to read
your sound quality is not very good. Can you adjust your mic? I can't hear you very well.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it better now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes. Excellent.
Okay, okay. I want to read another poem I titled How I Became a Father.
Okay.
Okay. This was how I became a father. At the first cock crow, mother would tap me. Wake up, wake up. This is the time real men wakes. They wake up to prepare for the things their wife would use. With heavy shut eyes, I doze off again into a daydream, where men are treated like gems, precious in the hands of its holders, and not to be tapped at cock crows. And 4 was the first tap, and 5 was the second tapping. Wake up to prepare for your siblings. What they will eat today after school. You are the first child. You live by example. Don't be too late and lazy to wake up. 6 and 6:30 became a hard flog. At the knock, wake up as a man you are. Men wake up on time to prepare, provide things used by their wives. Take up with you your knife and run quickly to the farm and fetch firewood. This is how we men do early in the morning before the sunset. They are already back. 7 and 8, we are already nursing siblings, the ones left in our hands by life. Circumstances of life hit us hard at noon, and we became fathers in brothers' shed. For life, I thought we had learned well at our early days to become fathers. This was how I became a father. This is the part of my story anyway. Because I wrote this because of I lost my both parents when I was still tender. Okay, and I happened to be the first son. So while we were still growing up, my mother would always wake us up early in the morning to go to the farm. So from the last stanzas of this poem, I said 7 and 8, we are already nursing siblings, the ones left in our hands by life. Okay. The ones left in our hands by life. Circumstances of life hit us hard at noon, and we became fathers in brothers' sheds. So now I said, for life has taught we learned well as at our early days to become fathers. So while we are still growing up, my parents, they were like, come on, you are the first son, you have to work hard in order for you to take care of your siblings. And all of a sudden, they both died. So when they died, the fatherhood, the mother and everything, as in the parenting of my siblings now falls on my shoulder for me to carry on. So I said as a circumstance of life has taught it maybe necessary for me to take over. That was why I have to learn those things while I was still tender. And that has been the story of my life. So I have my siblings that I'm taking care of ever since the death of our parents up to this time. So this is part of my story anyway. Thank you.
Wow. So what kind of reactions have people shared with you after reading your book or reading your poetry? Have you had any positive, negative reviews of your book? Anybody say anything that you felt was really, positive that really uplifted you about your collection, your new poetry collection?
Okay, I got one review from UK. I think that was Paul Warren. Paul Warren made a review for me. Okay, so the review he made, he said he loved the poetry collections, and what he was able to learn from there is, he has been able to see pains, death, and love. So, and most of my collections too, I share with my friends. When they read, they say, they love it. In terms of the way I don't, my messages are clear. Okay, my messages are clear that there's nothing to think, maybe try thinking or trying to read meaning to it. But all my messages are okay. So that is the comment I've gotten from some friends.
I think we lost you there. Well, you've been watching World Inkers Network. We had John Chinaka Onyeche today. If you missed the show, go back and watch it. And while you're at it, subscribe, like, share, and comment on our materials that we share with you every day on this channel on Parrot TV. Watch some of the other programming you have available on the show, on this TV station. And if you want to donate, we'd love to have a little bit of extra cash for this programming. And you can get in touch with us through PayPal at paypal.me/nyparrot. paypal.me/nyparrot. That's New York Parrot for short. And if you would like to be on this program, you can reach out to me at literarycorner@newyorkparrot.com with a headshot, which is a photograph, and a short bio of yourself to share on the program, and a few sample works. It doesn't matter if you're a biographer, or if you're a poet, or if you're writing short fiction, or if you're writing a novel. Whatever you're doing, we want to hear from you. As creative work is being done in the world, we want to document this and this wonderful moment in history. And so please be in touch with me at literarycorner@newyorkparrot.com. And thanks for watching the program today. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not. And if you haven't been writing today, get to writing. World Inkers. You know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer. This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us